EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. With that, let's get on up to FedEx Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
The dump off good for 8 there on first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
There's Foreman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. on the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Play action now. Winston. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. Off the play fake, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but it'll be 2nd down. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
So let's all work together on this one, because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
2nd down, Winston. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the completion, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Here's Geis. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Third down, here's Haskins. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Haskins to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
As this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to the ground on first, it's Geis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, Geis. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ready, blue ready. Check 56. We ain't giving up nothing.
From the red zone now, Winston. Howard has the first down and then some. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On the draw, they go to Geis. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Geis. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
This is Geis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Haskins gets him up to the line as quick as he can. To try again after the sack. Haskins. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
2nd and 10 now, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Again, it's Haskins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jameis Winston and the rest of the Bucs set to begin this next drive. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw is Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Let's go, baby.
As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Geis, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Ready? White 25.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On play action, Winston. Flushed out right. And he finds Howard complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Jameis now on 1st down. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give me some. Here we go. Flip. Tighten up.
Jameis to throw it. And it's a Buccaneers touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Haskins on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot. just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Come on, set. Come on, the plan. Check, check. Watch it before. Watch it before. Hey, next guy.
On first down, this is Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Geis. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Open man is Anderson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Haskins now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Play action. Haskins. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The end result, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And throwing to... Start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Lucky.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of...
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out now come the Redskins. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw, Haskins. That'll be caught by Cup. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now Haskins. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Winston connecting with Howard. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, 84 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's Haskins and the Redskins. Down by 11, a little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown with a two-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Ready. Black 25. Let's go, defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Winston here to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Jameis now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Bucs, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week.